All right, man. LaVar Ball on his family and unfortunately losing his leg.
I had to get my foot amputated on the fact that I had diabetes. So instead of killing a big baller, they amputated my foot. Well, the process, like I said, first they cut off a couple of toes. Then they cut off my foot. Then they said we got to go almost knee high for another surgery. I'm just like, these surgeries, this is too many. Make you think like, man, just kill me and let me go about my business. Maybe it's time for me to shut it down. But, you know, from what my boys is doing, and Dad, you the toughest dude I know, and this and that, even though I'm a bad man and I don't need much, it's good to have that backing from my boys. One of the things that makes me go is when they all together. When they all together, I feel strong. And what I want people to understand is anytime you're dealing with an illness or something like that, one thing you better have is family to get you through that stuff.
LaVar Ball, his boys getting him through a tough situation, man. Tell me that from a father's perspective.
Yeah.
What kind of strength do your kids give you? Like even when you going through your worst time.
Oh, that's everything.
Yeah.
And I see it now with my father, right? And life happens, which means that there's Thanksgivings, there's holidays where, you know, you may go and see your in-laws or you may go and see the other, you know, side of the family. But when you there,
No.
that nucleus of seeing where it started from, that's just something that you just hope. That's true success. I heard this where it's like, yo, true success is when your children have an opportunity, but they still choose to spend their time with you.
No, that's real.
Feel me?
Yeah.
And that's why I do what I do. Man, Cam, you got all them doggone kids. Like, bro, I just have this foreshadowing of me in my life and just what has came from me.
Yeah.
My kids' and it's gonna be a lot of folk. I know.
House food.
I mean, but I'm gonna be at my most happiest place because everything that I've ever did was because of my family.
Yeah.
And I just take my hat off to, you know, Big Ball because all his kids, like him, hate him, despise him, whatever. But he's a person that literally bestowed greatness in his bloodline, in his genes, in every single one of his kids. All the O.
All the O.
You know what I mean? And he's done it in a way where he's disrupted this space.
He did.
Call it what you want, but he got y'all attention.
He did.
And he did his part with getting his sons drafted. And that's the thing that I don't think is highlighted the most because it's not the message, it's the messenger. Whether you like the messenger or not, there's no denying that bloodline worked.
That's real.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And it almost swerve on the lane, whoa. Like, he didn't make it in basketball, but shoot.
He just signed a record deal.
He's still popping.
They all millionaires.
So how many of the parents that's out there that ain't got their kids in the position?
Whoa.
For real, bro. But this humanizes the dad in a way where it's like, bro, man, job well done.
I gotta say this too. When I thought about this, I was thinking about you. Even when tough situations happen, I remember came to your house the day that you was moving on from Carolina, and it was a time with you and Cho. You was sitting there. You literally just got the news, and you sitting outside on the patio, and you throwing the ball with Cho. You was sitting in a recliner, and Cho was like, "Dad, throw the ball with me, XYZ." And it was a tough situation. Everybody in the house like distraught. Like, dang, I can't believe it. And he like, I want you to play for the team with the birds, the green birds. He was so young at the time. And he was like, the Eagles? He's like, I think that's it. But it was just, I feel like at that moment, it just like something clicked like, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You looked at him, and he was just in a blissful situation, and he don't know what's going on, but he like, Daddy going to play ball. Daddy going to do this, X, Y, Z. And it was a good moment for me to even see that, like even with you and your kids, because it's like, I don't care about what the world think of you. I know you as my dad, and so that's kind of put a lot of stuff in perspective.
That's sacred to me. Like bow tie, fashion, football player, business enthusiast. I don't care what you say. But what you can't call me is a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
I'm in all my children's lives. And that's the ones that I birthed and the ones that I've taken on the responsibility to be their father figure. You feel what I'm saying? And what I've learned is every single one of them is different. And that's the true measure of success to me, because everybody can have kids. There's a lot of people that can, but that doesn't mean that you're adequate to be the father, the mother, and nurturing your child to the best premium version of them. And it's so manual to that. Yeah. That's the hardest thing. It's like, yo, what worked for you may not work for the next.
Facts.
So shout out to all the parents that's out there, man, that's really, impacting their children in a positive way and know the difference between having a kid and taking the responsibility of impacting their life.